Hey, what's going on, YouTube? We are in Louisiana for the Optimum Classic. Today is Thursday. We just got to the hotel and I'm just finishing up some client check-ins, got everything settled in the hotel room. This is honestly a really nice hotel. This is the Hilton and it's attached to the venue. So we're right where we need to be. We ended up driving here. It took about 4 hours, maybe a little over 4 hours because I had to stop to pee like 5 times. And then my daughter and my wife were with me. And unfortunately, my daughter Ellie, she is feeling kind of sick. She's got some kind of stomach bug. And so she was throwing up yesterday evening, and half the car ride here, she was crying and telling us how much her tummy hurt. And fortunately, a lot of that seemed to settle down once we got to the hotel. So I'm hoping that this is the back end of whatever she's dealing with, and we can move on to tomorrow and not have a stomach virus or anything that would really throw a wrench in the weekend. But overall, things are good. Right now, I'm about 24 hours into my fast. I'll be fasting through the night and then waking up in the morning, and that will start my loading phase. So I'll break my fast first thing in the morning. We have athlete check-ins tomorrow evening at 6 o'clock. So we really don't have any obligations before that. Tanning is gonna be after athlete check-ins and weigh-ins. And so I'm gonna spend the first half of the day really just eating, moving. We'll check out the fitness center tomorrow as well. We'll get a good sweat going. We'll get some of these carbs moving. We'll pose a little bit as well. But I just wanted to give you an update, check in with you guys and let you know that the Optimum Classic is underway and I'm excited for this weekend. With that being said, I'm gonna wrap up my work here tonight. I'm gonna go to bed so I can get a good start on the day tomorrow morning. Hey, good morning. This is Friday. I just woke up and got about half a mile worth of steps in, and I'm still fasted at this point in time. I'm weighing just under 210. I'm like 209.8 this morning. And this is about 6 pounds, 5-6 pounds less than just 2 weeks ago. And most of my variables are exactly the same. And so I think we've done what we needed to do in a condensed period of time to bring a sharper look to the stage. And today now is the day where we start filling, which I'm super excited for, because at this point I'm about 36 hours fasted, and so I could eat. Overall composition looks really sharp right now, a little bit flat for sure, because I just haven't had a lot of carbs recently, but I'm hoping that we get the response very similar to last time, but maybe even more pronounced because we pulled down even harder. So I feel like a sponge that just got wrung out. And so I'm just excited to get this process going where we start to fill back up again, because with this sharper look, we need to fill up probably about 70% of what we did the last time. And I think we're gonna be on the money. We don't wanna miss our peak, but honestly, this time around, we don't have to wait so long. Athlete check-ins are this evening, and so I'm gonna spend all day filling, and because I'm so low in weight compared to last time, I don't have to worry about not making weight. So I can just do what I need to do to fill properly today, and then show day is gonna be tomorrow morning. My wife and Ellie, they just went to the coffee shop and they're looking for a microwave for me to heat up my food. My rice is cooking in the rice cooker. I'm about to break my fast with a little bit of almond butter, honey, and some beef and rice with a little bit of green beans. I'm gonna get this first meal in, and then I'll show you what the rest of my day looks like. One of our first stops this morning is Walmart, because we forgot some of the essentials. We need paper plates, utensils, food scale, maybe a small rice cooker, because we don't have a microwave in our hotel room. So the only microwave they have is in the lobby. So we're gonna get a small rice cooker so that we can keep the meat warm, and then get the essentials that I need to eat my meals. You found it? All right, good to go. We got a rice cooker, a food scale, and the utensils, plates, some rice cakes. Kept it under 40 bucks. That's thrifty, baby. Can you drive your fists into your waist more? So like literally try and make your waist shrink through pushing in. It gives you something to tense up against, so it might help your lats stay more activated. Good. Yeah, waistline seems smaller. Your lats are able to engage better. Good, relax. Can we do that with the classic stance that we just practiced? Okay. So angling the hips off to the side a little bit. Just like the front double. Arm up a little bit. Yeah, ab and thigh, and then we're good. All right, I'm gonna challenge you on this one. Elbows up to the ceiling. Throw head back, elbows up. And then contract the abs more. Bear down a little bit more. A little bit more. Good. Crunch a little more. Right there. All right, and so now we're getting into the first pump-up session. So I'm in the fitness center, really beautiful view on the 12th floor here of the Hilton. And just to give you some context on Andreas, so this I'm recording after the show. So I already know what the results are. And Andreas was the classic physique competitor in the NPC that ended up winning the whole show. So he won his class, he won the overall for the show. And so it's safe to say that the posing practice that we did went a long way, and it helped seal the deal for him this weekend. So I'm super stoked for Andreas. If you're watching this, Andreas, congratulations, brother. It was really great to meet you. Now, really the whole goal with this pump-up session is to just get some blood flow. So each body part I'm going to hit with at least one exercise, and I'm not trying to do anything strenuous that's going to cause inflammation or muscle damage. I'm really just trying to warm each muscle group up. And with me coming off of a fast recently, I'm really not that strong right now anyways. So we're just trying to create the signaling that is going to help shuttle future and existing carbohydrates and triglycerides into the muscles to be stored for energy. I'm not trying to burn through the energy that I'm looking to use to fill my physique. So again, just don't want to make this a strenuous workout, and it's going to be capped at about 40 minutes. Now for each exercise, I'm going for about 10 to 15 reps per set, and I'm only doing about 2 to 3 sets total per exercise. Again, nothing strenuous, keeping tons of reps in reserve and really just trying to prime each muscle group to partition nutrients better moving forward. Now this fitness center, a lot like the Pittsburgh Pro, not anything impressive. Most hotel gyms aren't, but there's enough to get the job done. I got a treadmill so I can get my steps in. There is a dual cable tower that I'm working on right now, which gives me access to a pull-up bar, but also they have an adjustable bench, which really means that I have over 20 exercises that I can do on this alone. So I think it's actually really smart to have a dual cable tower like this, because as long as you have an adjustable bench, there's so much you can do with this alone. And beyond this, the fitness center had dumbbells up to 75 pounds, and that was basically it. So not a lot of leg equipment. So I really just did some Bulgarian split squats, maybe a little bit of reverse lunges, but that's really all that is needed. We don't need to do anything fancy like I had mentioned originally. It's really just getting the blood moving. Now, just some side details in case you're wondering what I might be listening to while I'm training. I'm typically listening to worship music of some kind. Now, there are different types of worship music that I'll listen to. Like, for example, there's an artist called Trumpet of Glory, and I would really encourage you to go through some of the soundtracks from this particular artist. These songs are like epic, cinematic type worship songs. So they're very intense, very emotional, very God honoring, and it moves me in a really special way. So much so, I actually am using it for my posing routine for the night show on Saturday. But I also listen to upbeat worship music like Forrest Frank. I like listening to Corey Miller. His songs are amazing. But I also listen to Elevation Worship and a little bit of Bethel music. And in case you're wondering, yes, I do have a separate workout playlist I listen to as well. Another quick side note, I'm running a mild diuretic called L-Dactone, so this is consistently pulling water out of my system as well as pushing salt out, but it's potassium sparing. So my diet is pretty low in potassium, and outside of that, I'm keeping sodium consistent so that I don't get dehydrated. And then these bodyweight pull-ups are going to be my final exercise for this pump-up session. Like I said, keeping it under 40 minutes, and we're going to go right into meal number 2 and continue to fill and chill. All right, so I am back from my pump-up session and the posing session that I did with Andreas. I literally just met him in the elevator, and we got to talking real quick before we parted ways and went to our own separate floors. He found me on Instagram, messaged me and said, "Hey bro, you mind if you just help me with my posing for a little bit?" And I got nothing else to do, and so why not? I can actually refine my own posing just through helping somebody refine theirs. It helps me remember some of the cues, and why not help somebody with their posing the day before the show? That's one of the biggest impacts that you could make the day before the show is practicing your posing. So that's what we did for a good hour. Then I went upstairs to get a quick lift in. Took about 45 minutes. Now I'm back here. I couldn't wait for you. I'm really hungry, honestly. So I got into my second meal of the day. This is chicken and rice with, let me give you the exact facts. This is 6 ounces of chicken, 8 ounces of white jasmine rice. It's a tablespoon of honey. It was 3 ounces of asparagus. That is no more. I ate it. And then 1 tablespoon of coconut oil. And right now I am making some smooth move tea so that everything continues to move like it should, because we're pulling down water today quite a bit. I've only had 3 cups of water so far today, and it's noon. So that's a lot less than I'm used to, especially these last few days where, I've almost been having 2 gallons per day. So with carbs going up, with fats going up, we're pulling water out so that we can really fill intracellular muscle, glycogen, and triglycerides, but we don't want to spill over. We don't want too much excess fluids where now we're holding on to subcutaneous water. So the movement, the pump ups, they're helping to facilitate signals so that the muscles are looking for glycogen, triglycerides for replenishment. But I'm not doing so much weight training that I'm depleting my energy stores. I'm not doing a lot of activity today because I don't want to burn through these calories. I want to reserve them in the muscle tissue. So that's what we're doing today. And then the smooth move tea with water being lower, it increases your risk of constipation. And I'm running retatrutide at about 2 milligrams. And so that also slows down gastric emptying. And so we just want to make sure that everything continues to move smoothly, because the last thing you want to do is be constipated on stage or leading up to stage time. So especially with the increase in food, we just want to keep everything moving. So I'm going to finish eating this meal, and then I'm going to get to posing here in a little bit as we move into the afternoon. Okay, so now we're back for pump-up session number 2. I'm about an hour out from athlete check-in, so I'm just getting a little bit more blood flow going. I'm gonna go back to my room now, eat my 4th meal of the day. I'm gonna shower, and then I'm gonna head out to athlete check-in. So that's gonna do it for this episode. Stay tuned for part 2 of the Optimum Classic here in Louisiana. I'll see you in the next video.